All right, our players are good to go. So let's head down to our semifinal. We're going to watch Collector versus heywhyyou. Alrighty, here we go. Welcome everyone to the semifinals of spring, not winter challenge, spring challenge number 2. We've got Collector on Yetis. We've got heywhyyou on Hurukira. Looks like heywhyyou went down to 6, Ilya. Let's see.
Hey, sometimes Kira draws are not cooperative.
I apologize, everyone. I didn't realize I had the hand cam off, so hopefully that wasn't off for too long. But we've got the hand cam back on. We've got Hura Envoy and Valkyrie Enforcer and Adjusting Etchings in hand for heywhyyou. But we've also got a pretty sweet start for Yetis. We've got Snowcrust Yeti into Champion of Fury, followed up by a Thudrock's Masterwork. Can't really ask more of that from a Yeti's draw.
No, this is a perfect 1-2-3 draw from Yeti. 1-2 and sight or heck, double Champion
Actually,
of Fury.
I kind of like that, actually, playing the Champion of Fury. That allows you to hold up the Thudrock, get some early damage in, as well as keep the Blazing Salvo. Now, it's not the Blazing Salvo's not really going to be able to take care of that Valkyrie Enforcer, but this turn
Not
you're going to be able to play
alone.
out the... not alone, that's true. But this turn you can play out the Thudrock's Masterwork. You can stun that. You can attack in 4-11 this turn.
So
Here we go. Permafrost on top. Going to shook that one to the bottom. And this is a lot of damage. That's going to be put heywhyyou down to 2.
Oh,
Just like that. Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We are going fast. And Collector already putting heywhyyou down to 2. That Kira deck isn't really designed to be at 2 on turn 3 and have something to do.
yeah, yeah, and heywhyyou just has to scoop it up after only getting to play a single card.
Wow, Collector says, I'm here for the finals. And we saw double Champion of Fury. You may have forgotten about this card, but it has not gone away. Champion of Fury, 2-1 for 2 after the nerf. Used to be even bigger, if you can believe it. Fire, +1 in charge. Primal, +1 and overwhelm. You can get that up to a 4-1 charge overwhelm.
And that's before all the buffs from the Masterwork, from Wump, from the Mask Maker. Oh boy. Champion of Fury still hits like a truck.
Like a snow truck indeed. A snow plow, if you will. You thought Apple Chips was playing the road makers, but Collector bringing some snow plows of his own. All right, looks like our players are ready for game 2. Collector up 1 game already. Let's head down for game 2 of the semifinals.
Well, yeah, Collector looking at the classic 1-power ship. So I do wonder if that were a
heywhyyou keeping a hand of 2-power Maveloft Huntress, Hojin Crownbreaker, Silverblade Intrusion, Hura Envoy, and Rhymecrime Smuggler. Our players know that they are good to go.
If that Huntress can actually come out in turn 2, that is a hand.
It looks like it can. heywhyyou can play out Seed of Order depleted and then Hura Painting on turn 2 undepleted.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And Collector has the play once again. That's going to be turn 2 Yeti Pioneer with a Pok.
Oh man, Yeti Pioneer into Pok turn 2. If you're going to have a hand without a 1-drop, that's about as best of a start you can have without a 1-drop.
That's for sure. And, no double primal, no problem. Here is a Mask Maker on turn 3, so that Yeti Pioneer.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, Huntress taking care of the Yeti Pioneer. That's really big for heywhyyou to stem the bleeding a little bit. But yeah, you're right. We've got a Mask Maker coming out here. Real question is if Collector wants to do. Yeah, they are gonna deplete. Question was whether they're going to deplete there for the Ash Elemental. They are going to. They're gonna play the Mask Maker, and because Mask Maker is a Yeti, it means you can also bond out the Pok Pok. So turn 2 Pioneer into Pok Pok, turn 3 Mask Maker into Pok Pok. Pretty good. But heywhyyou does have the Hojin with a Silverblade Intrusion backup.
Well,
So
that's the
unfortunately, the
best
way
kind of
this
Hojo.
works.
Yep, the
Yeah,
Silver Blade
unfortunately, the way
Intrusion.
this works, Torch is no longer fast, and neither is the Snowball, of course. So nothing Collector can do to force through that damage in response. That's just going to be Silverblade Intrusion. But they can Permafrost afterwards. That can get through the Silverblade Intrusion. Push through, knock
Yep,
heywhyyou down to 17.
you're an aggro deck. You came to smash face. You're gonna smash face if there's anything.
Now heywhyyou has Rhymecrime Smuggler, Uru Envoy, Levitate, Justice Etchings.
Hmm.
Options here,
Yeah,
unfortunately. You're still at 17, but things seem a lot worse than that.
yeah. None of these options are particularly good.
The only silver lining for heywhyyou here, in addition to drawing a couple cards here, is that Collector is both stuck on power after depleting and also stuck on influence, not able to deploy out this Thudrock's Masterwork that they drew for turn. Now they still have Yeti Spy, they still have the Ash Elemental, which they're able to do because they have the triple fire here. So they can deploy most of their hand, but if Collector is able to draw another Primal and land this Thudrock's Masterwork, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be over in quick succession. Primal third power. AYU still, definitely behind because hey, those free Pock Box crashed in for quite a bit of damage. What was that? Already 8 damage that they
Yeah,
came
probably eight
for?
damage already. Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. You've got 2 Justice Etchings. Are you gonna you gonna get rid of your one blocker to go to the market? I mean, you can, but just go to the market with your Smuggler instead. Bring to Justice, Trickshot Ruffian, Crown Watch Tactic, Pristine Light, Corviat Palace. Pristine Light's not really gonna do it
Oh,
here.
no,
Yeah, you're gonna
Pristine
have to
Light
go
does
with the
not
Crown
do it.
Watch tactic to try to gain some health here.
Crown Watch Tactic is actually a big game. Obviously, you can't attack AYU. Collector going to miss on third power, second
Yeah,
primal, and these reckless Pock Pops this time, ugh, they have to come in.
they
So
have to. Yeah,
AYU is
gonna
gonna
start with the torch.
that's not going to be met with how much tech.
Yeah, this is awkward. +3, and lifesteal, and draw a card. Drawing a janitor off the top off that. And this is tough though. Gonna gain 5 health off that. So heywhyyou gonna eat the Lord and gonna go back up to 8 health. Collector missing on that Thudrock Masterwork really hurt on that no second primal here.
Yep.
Guru Insignia the draw. So remember that heywhyyou did flip the David at the on Collector's turn. So has 2 copies of Justice Etchings and a janitor in hand.
Kind of hard to
Which are
go to the market.
good, which are good, but not amazing. I mean, could have better draws here. They still don't have a ton. All right, there's a Valkyrie Enforcer off that draw. That'll help a little bit. Going for Palace. Okay. I'm
Palace
just going to
cannot
play
come out.
out the Palace.
Oh wait, yes it can because withstand on Hojin.
Oh my
Here's a
goodness.
jump off
Withstand on
fight.
Hojin. Going to make Hojin an 8/7 endurance lifesteal. Oh, and that might just do it right there. There's
Would
nothing
not
Collector can
surprise.
do to race that.
Nope. Now the reckless Pock Box are going to come in, lose a Pock
Oh.
Box, better kill the Palace. Uh, yeah, but it doesn't matter now. You still
Doesn't
lose
matter,
it.
yeah. Yeah, that's
So
the
I'm
one
not.
frustrating thing. One frustrating thing when you're playing Yetis, I mean, you get some broken starts, but you know, if someone is able to just get one huge chunk of lifesteal sometimes, or just get something on a Hojin like that, it's just backbreaking because then the rest of your
Yep.
draws, like now your opponent's back up to 16. Like your deck is designed to get them dead from 25, not from 50.
Right. Pumped up life stealer. Aggro decks do not deal well with that. Stone Scar might be able to, get some sort of board control depending on the tuning. Yetis, if you sock them in the face with the big life steal turn a couple of times, they're probably not.
Yeah. Update from the back table: Sunnyvale took game one over a Romanova in the Hurukira mirror. They're on game two now. All right, Justice Etching is going to go get a trick shot ruffian here. heywhyyou looking for lethal and Collector, yeah. Now, Collector, unfortunately, you look at the power difference there.
Yeah,
Collector
just
was
the
on 2
Yetis can't
power,
walk.
while heywhyyou was on 8.
Right, right. Never
Quite the
getting the
difference
second
there.
primal. Yep, never getting the second primal. Sometimes, when you play aggro, the deck just doesn't cooperate. It's the
And
risk
that's
you
what we
take.
get with these card games sometimes. Now, and that was, I'm pretty sure we looked at it. If Collector had hit the primal right on that turn to hit Thudrock's Masterwork, I think they could have stunned the one blocker, and I think they had lethal. So
Right,
if they were able to
right,
get an undepleted power there, that would have been game over. That would have been match. But
right.
unfortunately, it happens, and that's part of why we
Yep,
play the game, right?
exactly.
All right, but they're ready for game three. So let's head down to the match.
So collector, oof, there isn't a single two drop here.
Oof, no two drop for Collector and no one drop unit. This is an awful hand. I mean, I don't know what the first hand looked like, but this is pretty rough.
Yep, and there is no second primal influence once again.
Yeah, we missed what the mulligans were. I don't know, maybe mulligan to 6, but this hand is rough.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, is this a keep on a second seven? Because if I were looking at this, I'd be tempted to go to six.
Yeah, potentially, but oh well, we live in the world we live in now. heywhyyou has a hand of Ikaria, Valkyrie Enforcer, Hura Envoy, Lord Stayer's Tower, and Justice Etching. So no Kira's, no protection, but pretty good hand otherwise.
Well, there's a break for a collector that out comes Huru Envoy and just going to eat a blazing salvo. But the one difference between Huru Envoy and Kira is that even when the opponent casts a spell on Huru Envoy, Huru Envoy draws a card. So
Oh boy, and getting
collector,
Collector drawing that third power there, pretty crucial being able to play that out. It's also a second primal for Thudrock's Masterwork. Now, notably, the way that Maskmaker works is Maskmaker is a summon ability to choose one of your other units. So cannot play that out on its own and name Yetis. That's not how it works. Collector
right?
has to play out a Pok Pok first in order to get that to work. So that's why Collector cannot like play Maskmaker then bond Pok Pok. Doesn't work that way.
Right.
Fearless Yeti, the draw there. Would have loved to have that last turn, but here you go. Pokpok's going to go in. AYU's going to let that 1 damage hit the site. 2 versus 1. You could say it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter with snowballs floating around, but going to go ahead and take that 1 damage rather than losing a Valkyrie. But Collector's just going to sear it anyway. Probably hoping to get one of the blocks, eat one of the Valkyries, and was going to sear it regardless. All right, heywhyyou up
Yeah.
to 5 power already.
Well, yeah. As a Yeti's deck, you don't want to be erasing the mid-range deck in power count. So
Oof, here comes the janitor. Missed on the janitor
and
trigger. We've seen a lot of janitor misses today, I'll say, off the top of the deck. I mean, you're still getting a 4/4 for 2, but I
sure.
think we've seen significant misses off the draw trigger.
Oh, absolutely. He only draws amplifies for soldiers, and for Hurukira, the only card that counts for either of those is Mevla.
Yeah. All right, here comes the mask maker. Now that can be it, but that's going to be it. And Collector going to toss it in. All right, well, condolences, Collector. Yetis is not going to make it to the finals. Fell just short in game 3 of the semis against Hurukira. But congratulations to heywhyyou on making it to the finals of Spring Challenge number